Jose, can you tell us about your travelling squad? Is Sergio Reguilon likely to be involved, and is Dele Alli likely to make the trip?
Dele Alli, yes, he makes the trip. Sergio, no, he's not even in the UEFA list because we knew that he couldn't be ready to play this match. So we kept the same list of the previous round, and Sergio not yet.
Okay, we're going to go to Jerry Cox. Jerry.
Hi, Jose. Does that mean Sergio would be able to play if you go forward, let's say to the third qualifier, if you change the list?
Yeah. In this moment, the list comes match after match. So if we progress for the next match, we can change players in the list.
Okay, we're going to go to a question from James from TalkSport. James.
Jose, you mentioned that Dele's in the squad for tomorrow's game. How has he responded over the last few days in training? And on top of that as well, how have Gareth and Sergio bedded into the Spurs squad?
What's the question about Gary and?
Say it again, James.
So the first question,
long.
the first question.
The question I heard.
I'll let you have two questions, James. So go with Dele first.
Right, we'll go with Dele first. So, Jose, in terms of Dele Alli, how has he responded over the last few days? It clearly seems to be a good response, the fact that he's in the squad tomorrow.
I always told that he will have his opportunities. I always told that no problem at all to have him. And like every other player, performances are very important. So he's coming. He has a chance to play, and will be important for him to perform. Will be important for him and for every other player. When a squad becomes competitive in many positions, it's important for every player that is on the pitch to have an answer and to perform.
Go on, James. Have one more.
And in terms of Sergio and Gareth joining up with the squad, they're not available to play tomorrow, but how are they bedded in?
No, they look both very happy for different reasons, of course. For Gareth is to be back home, and of course he's showing that he's really, really happy. And he's working hard to try to recover from his injury and to try to be fit as soon as possible. Sergio is in a more advanced stage. I also feel him really happy, really comfortable. Speaks very good English, so no problem for him to interact and to come easy to the team. So everything is going well for them. I think we as a whole, as a club, as an organization, we impressed them. They are happy, they are motivated, and the team is waiting for them.
Matt, are you there?
I am here. Am I meant to have my camera on? I haven't switched it on.
Doesn't matter. We're fine with that.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hi, Jose.
Hey, Matt.
Can I just go back to Dele? I mean, when you first came into the club, you made a point of approaching him and making the joke to him about whether it's Dele or his brother. And you've seen from day one to really want to get the best out of Dele. So, and we've seen flashes of it with him under you. But I'm just wondering, do you still believe he can be a real top player? And what does he need to do from here on in?
First of all, I believe that Tottenham is really a special club. My players must be special players, and I must be a special coach, because every club has situations where players are not playing, players are on the bench, players are not selected. And it looks like it's only for us that every time that some player doesn't play or is not selected, it looks like is something that doesn't happen in many other places. So That is my first part of the answer. The second part is something that we all know. We all know that since Dele arrived from MK Dons, he had ups and downs. He had fabulous periods, and he had also other periods where he disappeared from the top level performances. And with me, it was not different than before. He had moments where he was so good, and he also had moments where he was not so good. And I think this lack of consistency, when it happens in a player, the normal situation when you have other good players for similar positions, is normal that when you are in great form, you play because you deserve, because your production is big for the team. When you are not in a good moment, you don't play, and it's as simple as that. Players, they have to prove on the pitch with their performances. They have to prove how good they are in that specific moment. So tomorrow is selected. No decision yet about starting or being on the bench, but when he's selected, he has chances to play. If he's on the pitch 1 minute or 90 minutes, he has to show us. That's simple.
Okay, I'm going to go to John Cross now. John.
Jose, can I just ask you one more about Dele, please, if I may? Do you see him staying beyond the transfer window after the transfer deadline shuts? And also, obviously, you know, you've been so successful in the past in kind of, I don't know, some tough love in basically in getting, you know, showing players some tough love, whether that's taking them out of the team to get them back into teams in the past. You know, are you confident that Dele can respond and will respond, and you can push on with him going forward?
There is a tendency now of when a player performs or the player doesn't perform, to give responsibilities on coaches, and some because they gave him the right love, some because they gave him the right stick. I always feel that 99% of the responsibility is the player. I have 1%. Me and my staff and the people that works with the players every day, we have 1% of that responsibility. Is 99% belongs to them.
Okay, I've only got time for 2 more questions, I'm afraid. So they will be Matt, Dunn and George Cummins. So Matt, we're going to come to you first.
Hi, Jose. I thought in the All or Nothing documentary, one of the strongest scenes was when you sat down with Dele and told him about how quickly time goes. And 1 minute you're 20, the next you're 56.
I'm tired of Amazon. I'm tired of Amazon. And I'm not tired of Dele because he's a great kid. But I'm tired of questions of Dele Alli.
To make this a non-Amazon question.
Okay. Well, Fergie told you at Manchester United he was the one player that you want. Sorry?
That was Amazon related again.
Well, it's a matter of fact that Fergie told you when you were at Manchester United that he was the one player that he told you to go out and sign for United. Would he say that about Dele now? And if not, why not?
I don't know. You have to ask Sir Alex. And Ole, if Sir Alex had the same opinion to Ole.